Today is Sunday, May 3rd. I haven't made a regular garden video in a while. These are my peas. They're doing pretty well. Germination rate only about 60%. After that, I've got some lettuce growing. On the left is Tom Thumb. On the right is some more black-seeded Simpson. And then in the last section is the first of my tomato plants. On the west side of the square are two garden leader monsters, and on the east side are two purple Russian. The germination rate on the tomato seeds was actually very high. I ended up with 4 to 6 tomatoes of each type. Last weekend, I did a rehab on my wife's greenhouse. I leveled out a place for the greenhouse to sit. Required cutting the sod off, doing some digging. Laid these wood planks in for a floor. Around here, we grow peppers as an annual plant, but peppers actually can live a really long time. If you look at this plant, it wintered over inside our house in a pot. So we already have one pepper plant that's a couple of feet tall. I don't know how long it'll take before it starts to flower. It's not really doing all that well, but it's adjusting to life in the greenhouse, and soon we'll move it outside.
My mom said we're not giving it back to him.
I started my nasturtium way too early. They got really scraggly in the house, but they seem to be doing better now that they're outside in the greenhouse. I transplanted some outside, but the cold weather killed them off. It's a great place to stack up the big seed trays. You can fit 4 on each side if you don't want to put any on the ground. I won't bore you with the pile of lettuce and kale, Swiss chard that I picked yesterday. But I'll just let you know it is still growing, still getting more than we can eat. And if you look here, you can see that some of the lettuce plants are 2 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall. They're almost to the ceiling of the cloche. We'll be pulling this off soon. I think we finally reached our last frost date about a week ago. The frost-free date isn't for 2 more weeks, but the average last frost was about 2 weeks ago. And looking at the 10-day forecast, I think we're done with the cold weather. Does anyone know what kind of plant this is? It looks strangely like some member of the broccoli family. There are 2 of them that sprouted up on their own. Nobody seems to know what they are, but they look like they'll be edible at some point. Cabbages seem to be doing well. I've never had cabbages grow. They always get destroyed by insects. Maybe this year will be different. And I've been picking leaf lettuce, so those plants are doing well also. That is the Grand Rapids leaf lettuce. The Swiss chard plants are doing well. We've also got kale and bok choy growing in here. It's getting kind of weedy because it's really hard to reach into the back of the garden with this row cover on, but we'll be taking that off maybe next weekend. All that's left to do today is pot up the rest of my tomato seedlings and get them ready to go out in the garden or give away to friends. See you all next week.